I'm Deborah Dahab, expat coach and intercultural psychologist. And today I'm going to talk about how to decide what to take with you in your expat journey and what to not take with you in your expat journey. And in not taking, what do you store and what do you get rid of or donate? So let's get to it. So, first of all, moving is a great opportunity to declutter and to downsize. It is amazing the amount of stuff that we accumulate, and it's a very good opportunity to get rid of things that you don't really need, you don't really use. Now, it's important to look into some practical issues as well. So, what is the weather in your new country? Is it warm? So, does it make sense to take ski gear to a tropical or warm country? Probably not. And is it important to take winter clothes to a place where it's going to be cold? Probably is. So these things have to be taken into consideration. Also, it's important to research not only with the obvious weather.com and the averages and stuff, but also connect with people online who are there, who are expats already, and ask them, what do people tend to use? What do people tend to wear? And go from there to make your decision as well. This is more regarding, clothes and stuff. I really like Marie Kondo's method of, saying thank you to the objects before you dispose of them. I think it's a really heartfelt way to part with things, especially if you're going to move to a new house, move to a new country. So it's kind of acknowledging the value that that object had in your life, and that can help someone else if you're going to donate it or sell it. Other things that you should take into consideration if you decide to ship a lot of stuff is practical issues again. So what is the electricity like? Both the plugs, the type of plugs, and the voltage. So is it worth shipping stuff and having adapters, or is it just worth, it's better to sell everything and buy new where you're going? Many places will have completely unfurnished apartments, and other places it will be kind of the default to have kitchen appliances and stuff. So do your research in how the housing system goes, and how usually if you're going to rent or if you're going to buy, how the houses already come with furniture or not, or kitchen appliances or not, so you don't end up with two of the same thing, or you have to buy everything again. Of course, it will depend on your specific situation. Some families move with a company helping them with these expenses of relocation and housing, etc. And other families and other people don't have that support. So it's really important to get down to, the nitty-gritty of the calculations, because it can make a big difference. And speaking of shipping, when you decide if you're going to ship or if you're going to store, it's important to think about the shipping costs, not only the shipping costs, but the taxes associated to that will vary from country to country, and also the delays that might happen. I have personally a very sad story of having a shipping delayed like 6 months. And it was really, really unnerving, and not even knowing where my stuff was. So take that into consideration and really do your research before deciding. If you're going with a family and you have kids involved, well, it's really important that they feel part of the process, and that is not just happening to them, but they are also part of, in control of what goes and what stays. That's really important. Also, what you decide to sell can be a source of income, can be money in, which is always a good thing when you're moving, because the financials can be a bit hard if you're moving to a new country. That said, it's important that the kids choose what toys they want to keep and what toys they want to donate or to sell. Of course, within reason, but it's really important that they get to choose which ones they keep. Also, I think it's really important to stress and to highlight that keep your beloved items and things like documents and passports and any paperwork regarding insurance, anything that is, bureaucratic, keep it with you. Do not ship documents, because it can get really, really stressful if you need something and, for example, you have a delay or it just gets lost. So that's really, really important. And I have heard of, horror stories of people in the confusion of moving, shipping their passport even. So be very careful about this. And it's important to be methodical about it. Have a system of how you're going to do the packing and stuff. Other objects that you might want to decide if you want to store or if you want to send are, these things that we love. Photographs, sometimes journals we keep throughout the years, books, objects that we have, for example, inherited from our grandmother. And these are important objects because many times when we're going to recreate the sense of home, we're going to create a new home in a new place, these objects can really bring us a sense of being rooted. And so it's important to have them. And of course, it will depend on what type of object it is. But my suggestion is that if it's pictures, photographs, things that are not too heavy, that you either have them with you or, if possible, send in a faster way and more speedy way than, for example, shipping, the normal type of shipping. Finally, I would suggest that it's important to learn with the process. Many people get really stressed out with the process of getting rid of stuff or decluttering, and some people feel liberated. So what I always tell my clients and what I always talk about here in the videos is make sense of it all. If you're suffering with a certain departure of a certain object, try to look into that. It's like, why am I suffering so much with this, I don't know, sweater, and I'm not suffering with my yearbook? I don't know, I'm just giving you random examples. But make sense of it. Don't just live through it, but try to understand what's happening inside you. What's happening that is triggering these emotions. And you know why that's important? Because ultimately, this is your transition already. This is part of your closing a phase in your life, and it's part of your saying goodbyes, and it's part of your closure. So knowing what brings you joy and knowing what really makes you sad is really, really important at this phase in general in life, but specifically in this phase, it's really important. So I suggest either you keep a journal or, audio record, or even talk to someone who can also give you back feedback in why you're feeling, what's making you feel that way, and what certain fears can be hidden behind that. I don't know. You will know. But you have to keep observing. You have to learn with the process about yourself, about your family, about your place in the world, and how you see this transition. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to see you soon again. Please subscribe if you like this video. Bye-bye.